Hello, welcome back to the Old Pods podcast. I'm Alan, this is Paul.
Hello.
This week we're going back into our routine of running through some of our favourites. So we're up to dramas and biopics that we've put off for a couple of weeks for reviews and other little bits and bobs. But let's get straight into it. Paul, do you want to start? Do you want to kick us off?
Yeah, I haven't really got many. I don't think I've got any biopics, to be honest.
Yeah, I
Couldn't
struggled
quite
to
settle on
define
any.
the two. Like, what's the difference between a drama and a biopic? Is a biopic like almost like I nearly said obituary were there, but not an obituary,
It's like like a,
like a telling of a story, like a telling of
it's
of a
an
person.
autobiography, like an
Yes,
autobiography
that's the word I
type
was
thing.
looking
It's
for.
a life. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um.
yeah. Well, I kind of have got one then.
Yeah, I've kind of got one, but yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen it. Anyway, the first one I want to talk about as drama was Pig with Nick Cage. Have you
Yeah,
seen that?
fucking hell. Yeah, I think I've seen
What?
it. I think I've. So I
You
think I've.
think you've
Seen, I
seen it?
don't think I've seen all of it. I think I've seen some of it.
Yeah, I really like that. I thought it was great. Um, I remember the trailer looked like it was going to be taken with a pig, like or John Wick or something, give me back my pig. It was kind of, but it wasn't. It was just a really sort of quiet, subtle, nice film about um like friendship and grief and loss and stuff like that. And Nick Cage was this burnt out um super chef, like a Heston Blumenthal kind of best of the best kind of chef. Everybody
Mm.
knows him, and he lives in the woods in a shed with a pig, and all he does is find truffles all day to sell to some young upstart restaurateur. And anyway, one night the pig is kidnapped violently from out of his shed because it's so valuable as for being able to sniff out truffles. So Nick goes on a quest to track down the pig and reclaim it and bring it back. And it takes him back into the world of into his old world of hyper sort of chefery, um, the sort of murky world of restaurants and things like that, and through his past characters, some that he wanted to leave behind and stuff like that. Um, yeah, the trailer looked like one thing. It looked like John Wick or Summit taken with a pig. Um, it kind of had that vibe that you might be seeing some kind of incredibly violent revenge thriller. It wasn't. It was very understated, very quiet.
I was just about to say that. Is it pretty action heavy, or is there
Not
zero
at
action
all.
in it?
Not even remotely. Yeah. I mean, there's a couple of bits, a couple of bust nose and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But you would never call it an action film in a million years. Yeah, it's just about him and his little adventure quest for his pig. Uh, it's sort of uh, it eventually ties into another set of characters' story
Yeah.
about about grief and sort of letting go of people and the past and stuff like that. Um, a story that Nick Cage is sort of tangentially involved in. Yeah, but it never sort of goes. It never really goes up many gears. It's just a really well made film. It's one of the. I mean, I love Nick Cage, and I think it's one of the best films he's done in donkey's years. I think it's absolutely brilliant.
What's the feel you get out of it then? Is it like a sad movie? Is it
It's
like
a bit it's a bit sad. It's very sort of reflective. It's how could I put it? It's you're watching somebody who's been sort of abused and like broken by something which he essentially created, the restaurant world, this world of business meets food service, service, I suppose, who's sort of finally out of it, on being dragged back in against his wishes, but he has to do it for his big, yeah, and without revealing too much. Yeah, it's and the way that the characters eventually come round and it all doesn't come full circle, but it all completes. Yeah, um, it's really good. Yeah, it's quite sad. A little bit not uplifting at the end, but it's not like a complete heartbreak and tragedy. It's sad, but it's optimistic, I suppose. Just like life.
Sad but
um,
optimistic.
yeah, Nick Cage doesn't. I mean, I don't want to say he doesn't really do much in it, but he's just very still and very quiet. You know, he doesn't really do much. Doesn't do much Nick Cage stuff. You know, doesn't
Yeah,
go all crazy eyes and things like that. Which I think is what he's best at. I think he's really good at the understated, quiet stuff. Um, yeah,
yeah.
doesn't he?
It's nice to
Doesn't
see when you catch Nick Cage in a role where he's like that, where he's being like, because I imagine he gets hired a lot of the time because of his flamboyant stuff. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
We
they
want
want the
Nick
cast
Cage
to
for
try
this
every
role because
time. Yeah,
it's yeah. But when he knuckles down and he puts a performance in, he's a great actor. Yeah,
yeah, yeah. It was brilliant. I mean, I don't think he might not have got he might have got some nods maybe from something. I don't really know, but if he didn't, he should have. Yeah, he was great in it.
it's not that old, is it? I'm just looking for it
No,
now.
I
It's
think
not
it's
that
maybe
old,
a
is it?
year, 2 years old, something like that. I
Yeah,
think.
2021. Yeah, I mean, you can see even looking at the imagery of it, that it's very kind of like he's playing a lot more of a serious role.
Yeah, he's like a wobo essentially. He just like lives in the woods. He's and everybody knows he's there. Like everybody knows he's this like mega famous chef,
Mm.
like an elite level chef. And
Yeah, he
people
just doesn't
know
want anything
where
to
he
do
is.
with it
And yeah,
anymore.
he's washed his hands of that world, and nobody really bothers him.
Smashing Rotten Tomatoes score. It's on 97% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Fucking hell, that's good. Yeah, yeah, watch it. It's not very long. It's quite short. It's easy enough to follow. It's not some twisty thing. It all reveals itself. You don't have to sort of fill in the blanks yourself or anything like that. It's not one of them. Uh, yeah, it does its exposition well. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. It wasn't the film I was expecting, but I was I was even happier with what it turned out to be in the end.
Good, good. I've not seen it. Or I've not seen all of it anyway.
I
Certainly not
think
because
it's on Netflix. I'm sure it's on Netflix, or
I'll
it
have a
was on
hunt for it.
Netflix anyway.
It's bound to be somewhere, isn't it? Like
Mm.
they're fucking on everywhere now. Yeah, all right. I'll go for another recent one, or fairly recent anyway. This is from 23, I think. This one is Air, the story of the Air Jordan, the Nike Air Jordan.
Oh, with Matt Damon.
Yeah, it's got Damon in, it's got Ben Affleck in, it's got Chris Tucker in,
You know what? I completely forgot about that.
Jason Bateman, Viola Davis. It's got a great cast. Um, and it's one of those that I put on thinking, this will kill some time, this will kill an hour or so. And and I like a sports drama anyway. I like a sports
Yeah, I do.
drama.
I like a sports film. Yeah.
Yeah. And I put it on, thought this will be all right. And I was fully invested from the first 30 seconds of screen. Like it just, obviously it's set in the 80s or 90s, whenever it is. Might be late 80s.
Hard to tell with American fashion, isn't it? Because America was still stuck in
Yeah.
the 90s for quite a long time.
I'll check that. I'll have a look. But it kicks off and I was just on board straight away. And like considering I was going to have it on in the background, I didn't take my fucking eyes off it. I just watched it front to back.
I
It was
remember wanting to see it. Yeah, I
it's
remember
great.
thinking it looked good because I like sports dramas.
Yes, yeah,
Yeah. And I thought, oh yeah, it looks good that, and I just completely forgot about it.
it's fantastic. Yeah,
Yeah.
honestly, if you've never seen it, get it on the watch list and get it
Yeah.
watched because it is absolutely brilliant. It's a brilliant movie. Um, obviously it's based on a true story, and it's there's parts of it that'll be fabricated. I'm 100% sure. Um, but it's just great. It's just fantastic. It's one of the roles, and I like him as an actor. Matt Damon, I think he's a really good actor, but just plays the character really fucking well. Like he just wants to do the best he can for the company. And obviously at the time it was Nike when they were competing with Adidas, and I can't remember what the other big hitters were at the time. And particularly in basketball, and they were getting knocked to the side, they weren't getting anything. So they needed the next big thing to kick them off. and they had like a list of rookies that they could sign up. Michael Jordan was among that list, and he was a bit like, "Ah, oh, shall we go for him? Shall we not?" And then Matt Damon sees something in him, and it's a great scene when he sees the potential in him, and he goes, "This is the guy. Forget the budget. Forget splitting it out across everything. We need to give everything we've got to get Michael Jordan on board." And there's a great scene when he goes and he pitches the idea, and he pitches the idea to the family. And then there's another great scene, which is a pretty quiet scene of just Viola Davis plays Michael Jordan's mum, and she gives him a call and says, "Yeah, Michael's coming on board. Um, we'll take your deal, but there's something missing. I'm sure it's just a minor thing that you've missed it out. That Michael wants a percentage of the shoe sales or the brand for forever." And he's like, "Oh well, no, that's not how it works." And she says, "No, no, no. Like this is how it's going to work. You've seen what my son can do. This is how it's going to work. If you want Michael on board, he takes this cut." And he's like, "Oh, I don't know." And anyway, it goes on from there. And obviously, everybody knows it happens. Michael Jordan goes on board with Nike, becomes one of the fucking richest people and one of the greatest sportsmen to ever live. And one of the biggest brands, if not the biggest brand of all time, that makes multi-million pounds every single year. And they capture the story of it so well. They capture the story of um, Matt Damon signing Viola Davis, really pitching and working hard for Michael to get Michael on board where he needs to be with the right company. Ben Affleck is the boss of the division, and you can see he's struggling and he's thinking, "Oh, we'll just move away from basketball and we'll concentrate on running shoes." And there's internal battles going on there, and it's just really well acted, and the performances are great from every single person in the movie, and it's great. I don't know what else I can say to you that's going to sell it anymore. Like literally, put it on, and you'll have it on for a few minutes, and you'll not have your eyes off the screen.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
it's
yeah.
just really addictive.
I've just looked and it's on Prime, so I'll have a watch of it because yeah,
It's great.
I forgot all about it, and I'd really I did want to watch it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
absolutely
I
check
like
it
Matt
out.
Damon as well. He always puts a good turn in.
Yeah, he does. He
Yeah.
does. Great turnout. I mean, can I think of? I don't think I can think of any particularly bad films with Matt Damon in. Oh, I didn't like that. Did you ever see the film Downsizing with Matt Damon in?
Oh, it was on my list at the time, but then I heard it
Oh,
wasn't. I heard it was a bit of a myth.
yeah, that didn't out for
Like
me.
a little
That.
bit of a misfire, so I never watched it in the end.
Yeah.
But it was on my list. Um, yeah, as a bit of a side note, and I suppose it is a drama as well. It wasn't on my list, but yeah. Did you see the one, the Duel, what that he was in with fucking Star Wars boy? What's his name? Adam Driver.
What was it called?
The Duel,
No, I don't think so.
where the knights.
No, definitely not. Doesn't
I think
sound familiar
hold
at
on,
all.
I think it's called the Duel. Like the Duel
The Duel.
battle. Oh, there's that many fucking duels.
Yeah, I was going to say I'm getting loads of shit from the 70s here, like
Oh,
1971.
the last duel. It's called. Sorry. Um,
No,
yeah,
definitely didn't
it's
see
got
that.
Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, Adam Driver. Yeah, that one sort of flew under the radar quite a lot, and I don't know where it got rated, where we at.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's doing
apparently
well.
got a
I mean, it's
decent
got
score.
7.3 on IMDb, which is good considering IMDb's shitty
It's
rating. It's
full of
got
famous people on it.
85% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, yeah, it's good. It's a story in three. This sort of the same story told from three perspectives because Matt Damon's like he's a knight, but he's a bit of a he's like a little bit of a laughing stock, and he's a good warrior, but he's not good at anything else. He's not good at like being in court, and sort of playing the politics game and stuff. He's like a battler. And he the king is Ben Affleck in it, and Adam Driver plays like he plays another knight, but he's not a battler. He's very much a ladies' man and a courtier and stuff like that. Um, and while Matt Damon's off at war on a campaign, um, Adam Driver and Matt Damon's wife sleep with each other, but you because the story's told from the same story
Yeah.
from three different perspectives. I think he sort of challenges them to armed combat, trial by combat, sort
Yeah.
of thing. Yeah, it was really good. It flew completely under the radar, and I'm not really sure why. I think it was like was it a Ridley Scott film? Yeah, it was Ridley Scott. It was a good film. Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Might have just been swallowed in the COVID era. Do you know what I mean? Like if it's out
Yeah, maybe
2020, 21.
2021. Ah, yeah, could have been. Yeah,
Yeah,
aye. But yeah, that would yeah. Just talk about Matt Damon. That was a decent watch. He's playing quite against type. You forget it's him a little bit because
yeah,
he's got like a
yeah,
weird haircut and he's got like a big scar on his face and stuff. And he's a bit of a brute. And Matt Damon normally plays a cool dude.
yeah. Very cool, dude. I'm looking
Yeah,
forward to seeing the Odyssey as well. The new Christopher Nolan one's coming out with him in. The trailer is very much a very teaser trailer. It doesn't give a lot away at all. I'm more interested to see if they'll do any, because obviously Christopher Nolan very famously doesn't like to do anything that's not practical. But when you're in that world of mythology and Greek mythology, like I don't know how we can not do it. Like, how is he going to do? Is it the Minotaur or is it the Cyclops that's in that? That's in the story of Odysseus. But there's definitely elements of that in there. Like, it'll just be interesting to see how he does it.
yeah, because he never showed the nuke, did he? In Oppenheimer, which I thought was a bit of a letdown. I was waiting to see a big cool nuclear explosion. Um, yeah, yeah, I'll definitely give Air a watch.
But yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
stick it on, man.
probably
Honestly,
give
it's
that a go. Yeah,
brilliant.
give Last Duel a go as well if you
It's
fancy a
brilliant.
bit of night. Next trick. There's one. I mean, it is a drama, but it could also be a thriller as well, called Red, White, and Blue, and it's got there's a guy in it. He's one of that guy actors. I think he's called Noor Taylor. As soon as you see him, you'll know him from like a million things. He's been in
I'm gonna
everything.
look at him now. Red,
He's
white,
in
and blue.
Red, White, and Blue. The guy's called Noor Taylor. He's not the main actor, but he's certainly one of the main characters in it. He's in Game of Thrones. You'll know him when you see him. Um,
Pretty recent movie.
I don't think so. I think it was maybe 10 years ago, maybe more.
Red, white, and blue movie.
I think there's a few films called Red, White, and Blue.
Yeah, there's loads coming up.
Yeah, I was thinking about it, and when I went to Google it to have a look at it, I brought up quite a few of them. Um, I'll find which one it's called. Which one it
Noah
is for you.
Taylor. Oh, yes, 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 yes. I
Yeah,
found it.
you
Yeah,
found it.
yeah.
Um, he's Australian.
Google calls it a horror.
Ah, I mean, you could go horror. I thought it was just a very dark drama.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Um,
well, I mean, Google knows fuck all, does it? Like, it'll just be AI just pulling it in.
yeah, it's about this young woman who she leads a very promiscuous life. She doesn't really appear all that happy. I'm probably going to end up spoiling this film, but who cares? Because it's hard to talk about without spoiling it, really. Um, yeah, she leads a very promiscuous life. She goes out and just picks guys to sleep with and with no real connection with them at all. Just sort of does the deed and then she's off again.
Yeah,
Um, and she's got a bit of a like a dead end job. She just seems very out of sync with life. Um, and it also follows a young guy who's I think he's in a band. I'm sure they're in a band with a bunch of his mates, and he has a dalliance with this girl, and then she meets a guy, that Noah Taylor fella, um, and he's like evidently just as damaged as her for different reasons. He's ex-military, but he's quite sort of high level ex-military. Um, in like shady stuff. He's good at finding people, and you eventually find out that he's good at torture and knowledge extraction. Um, anyway, it all slowly transpires that she's been given HIV to everybody.
yeah, fucking
Um,
hell.
yeah.
What,
Um,
intentionally?
I can't remember. I can't remember that bit. I was trying to remember earlier on when I was thinking about when I was getting on. Um, I think it might have been. at first. I think she was like on a nihilistic sort of like doom spiral kind of thing.
Yeah,
Um, anyway, the young lad in the band, he finds out that he's got it, and he surmises that it has to have been her. Um, and by which point, I think he accidentally gives it to his mother or something, or his grandmother, and she dies. So
yeah,
he goes into like a bit of a spiral, and then he goes and finds her and kidnaps her, and then sort of she's gone missing, and then this Noah guy who she now has a relationship with, he goes on a mission to find her, to find out what happened to her and these guys, and it's just a really sad sort of miserable affair,
yeah,
Um, it's good. It's one of those films that's really good, but you'll probably not watch it twice. Um,
yeah. Quite dark.
because it's very dark. I like the
Yeah,
subject matter's dark. Everybody in it's broken in their own way. They've all had like hard lives.
yeah,
Um, for various reasons. Um, but brilliant film, really, really well acted. A little bit, it has its moments of violence, not graphic but realistic violence. Like it's not like comic book shit. It's very grounded. Um, yeah, but just a very sort of tragic, like really dark, hard hitting film about sort of broken people. That's just
yeah.
the damage, that sort of the waves that go out and hit a new person with each wave, and how those people react. Yeah, uh, yeah, without giving it all away and totally spoiling it. Yeah, really, really great film, but a tough watch.
Yeah, I was going to say it's tough for films like that, isn't it? Because sometimes you watch a film like that and you think that was excellently done. It's a great movie, but at the same time you're thinking, I don't want to watch that again
Yeah,
for
it's like
a long
horrible, but
time.
it's good. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I quite like them kinds of films.
yeah.
But yeah,
But
yeah,
I suppose
brilliant.
that's the kind of that's the effect that the movie's trying to give, isn't it? It's
Oh
not
yeah,
trying to
yeah. It's not.
glorify
It's not.
anything;
It's
it's
not
telling the
doing a.
story.
Yeah, it's not doing a happy ending. It's not. Like sometimes things don't have happy endings in life. Like it's life's a bitch. Um, yeah. And it fully succeeds in that. In sort of this. Yeah. Just this.
Did you see the film? I think that might have been last year called Anora.
Oh, with the Russian guy and the prostitute girl.
Yeah, I've never
That
seen
one.
it, but that's meant to be exactly the same. Like it's meant to be like a really excellent film, but like very troublesome.
Yeah. It's yeah. I mean, I watched it. It's because it was getting loads and loads of hype. It was like the best. I think it won an Oscar. Maybe won an Oscar. It was getting
I
tons of
think it
hype
definitely got a
anyway.
nod. I don't know if it
Aye.
won, but it
So
definitely got a nod.
yeah, I watched it and it was all right. Um, yeah, I probably wouldn't watch it again, but for a different reason for me. The main girl in it is she's so annoying. But she's supposed to be. She's like a proper mouthy,
Yeah,
little
it's meant
trash
to be that
talking
character.
shitbag. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
she just like
yeah. Because she's
screeches and
meant to.
swears
Her performance is meant to
constantly.
be great. So that's if that's the
Yeah.
kind of role she's going
I mean,
for,
yeah,
she'd
she
obviously do
she
it well.
nails it a lot because I wanted to fucking strangle her throughout the whole thing. Um, she's very annoying in it, but like, yeah, she's supposed to be like a mouthy, trashy sort of just shit house in it, like a proper gobshite.
Yeah,
She's sweet, like it's yeah, the characters she has charm and she's sweet in her own way, but also very annoying. She just shouts and screams and swears constantly. Yeah, even when she's not on camera, you can usually hear her just like ranting away in the background. But it's funny. It's got some funny moments, and yeah, and she is good in it, like the main character. Yeah, yeah, I watched it. Now.
all right, well, my next one is so when I was looking for these, I noticed that a lot of the ones I was flagging had Tom Hanks in, so I had to cut a few out that had Tom Hanks in, but I've ended up with two on there, so I'm going to pull Apollo 13.
I've never seen Apollo 13 all the way through.
You've never seen Apollo
No,
13?
I think we watched the first half of it in school, like when they wheeled the television in.
Yeah,
And I never watched the end of it for some reason because I was enjoying it, and I don't know why, but yeah, I'm gonna have to watch that now on her as well.
yeah, you need to watch that. I mean, that's great. I mean, that's got to be on like in amongst maybe the top 100 movies of all time.
I mean that when that came out, that was massive. That was like such a huge event of a film. I remember
Yeah,
the hype when that came out. It was a stacked cast. Um, because it was very period accurate as well, wasn't it?
yeah.
Like all
Oh
the
yeah,
yeah,
down
like
to
I
the T.
remember it looked the part. Yeah,
Yeah,
it was huge when it came out. I remember that.
everything looked the part, and I mean, it might. It's been a long time since I've seen it. It might look dated now, and it probably does look dated now. But at the time, the effects were great. Everything that was done practically was great. All of the sets were fantastic. The Again, I've said it before about the previous movies we talked about. All the performances. There isn't a performance in the movie that I think was bad. Like, it's just very well acted and very well done. It tells the story very well, and it's one of those ones where you're sitting, and even though you know, or if you know the story of Apollo 13, you know what the outcome's going to be. You know what happens. You're on the edge of your seat all the time, thinking, "Fucking hell, come on!" Like, you're expecting something else is going to go wrong, or something's going to happen, or something's going to fail. It's just great. It's a very tense movie, but it's fantastic at the same time. It's really, really good. Really good. If you've never seen the end of that, mate, stick it on. Stick Air on first. Air's a better movie. Apollo 13's like probably a must-watch movie. Do you know what I mean? It's one of the ones that you need to stick on your list to say that yeah, I've seen that one before.
I remember I remember when it came out. It was huge. It was like Jurassic Park big. You know, it
Oh
was
yeah,
all everybody talked about, and it was like the hot and like awards contender and everything. Yeah, we had posters of it up at school and all sorts. Yeah, I remember that.
yeah, it's great. It's really, really good. Really good. It's just so tense. Like they build the tension in it very well. It's just great, and like I said, the performances are fantastic. Tom Hanks puts in a great job, but he's another one that always does, always does.
I mean, yeah, you know what you get with Tom Hanks. Yeah, he's a very reliable man.
And
Um,
I've just realised, looking at my list as well, I've got two for Tom Hanks and I've got two for Matt Damon. It's becoming a fucking Matt Damon show.
sure.
Yeah, so Apollo 13, that's my next one. I don't have too much to say beyond what everybody knows of the film. Really, like, everybody knows it's great. Everybody's heard it's great. Even if you haven't seen it, even if you've never seen a minute of it before, you probably know that it's a really well made movie. I wonder what it does actually rate. Yeah, like 7.7 IMDb, 94% Rotten Tomatoes.
7.7 seems low. IMDb's fucking weird though, isn't it?
IMDb's shit though. Like, IMDb will give you a fucking 7 rating for one of the best movies that's ever been out. Be interesting, that one, what that is. Highest rated movie on IMDb. Well, I probably could have guessed that.
It's probably going to be so much stupid like fucking Black Panther or something or Iron Man.
No, it's Shawshank.
Uh, yeah. What is it
So
about Shawshank Redemption?
top five highest rated movies on IMDb. I don't know if this is an official chart or what. As rated by regular IMDb users, is Shawshank Redemption at the top of the list. The Godfather is number two, which can get fucked because I've never seen them and I don't want to see them.
Why not?
Oh, I just can't be asked for that shite, man.
Can't be asked.
Fucking what a
Why?
rubbish.
It'd be good
No,
films.
no, fuck
And
off.
well, I mean, one and two is I wasn't keen. I wasn't keen on three.
Yeah, for Jesus Christ. Number three is The Dark Knight. I'll take that.
No, fucking
Yes,
Christ
never
alive.
mind, no. Number
Uh,
four is The Godfather Part 2, which can also get fucked. And number five is a movie that I've never heard of called 12 Angry Men from 1957.
mm, I've never seen it, but I'm aware of it. Yeah,
Uh,
I know it's very well thought of.
and 6 to 10, just to run through very quickly, are Lord of the Rings Return of the King, Schindler's List, Pulp Fiction, Lord of the Rings Fellowship of the Ring, and The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
Two Lord of the Rings, Sean's.
Yeah.
Interesting.
No, Godfather can get fucked though. Like, no.
Get it watched, man. It's a fucking classic.
No,
You start
definitely
telling me
not.
tell me that I have to watch Apollo 13. You haven't got to watch fucking Godfather.
What's Godfather on for? Like fucking 4 hours or something. 4 hours
It's
of them sitting talking shit. I'm not
it's
watching that
not
rubbish.
that long,
I bet it fucking
is it?
is.
I
They're
remember
long
it being that
movies,
long.
them. They're long, boring shit movies. I'm gonna get
Um,
loads of hate for this, but I'm just not a fan of them at all.
shit, yeah, it's it's nearly 3 hours long.
See, told you.
I
Fuck
don't
that.
remember. Hey, I don't remember it being that long. It rattled over at a fairly good pace. I was
That
clearly
was it.
very
Fuck.
entertained watching it.
No, you're just trying to wind me up now.
I'm not honestly. I mean, I like a gangster movie, like a mafia gangster crime kind of movie. So
Oh no, no, you're on
I
your own
enjoyed it.
there. Not giving any of that.
Three
That's
wasn't
right.
too hot.
That's
Two was
right
good.
there on par with the fucking ape movies, the Rise of the Planet of the Apes and Dawn of the Planet of the Apes and Fuck Off Planet of the Apes.
But
All
the
of
new
those.
ones.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, I've enjoyed the new ones, but yeah, I've not run to the cinema to see them or anything like that. I never watched the last one.
Okay, no. Send me an alright spiral there. All
As you
right.
say, fucking mountain
Your
biker.
turn, I think.
Yes. My next one is Mystic River. Have you seen that? It's quite
This I
old
think I
now.
have seen.
It's got
Is this
Tim Robbins, Sean Penn, Kevin
No, it's not the
Bacon.
one I'm thinking of.
It's fairly old. I mean, old. It must be 2000.
2003?
Ah, three. Yeah, yeah. I said about 2000. Yeah. It's what is it? I mean, it's not. It's kind of a crime thing, but also not. Um,
Mm.
Sean Penn is like he's a local gangster. I think. Well, I think it starts off and it's like it's a bunch of young lads who hang around together. You know, they play together and stuff. And then it
Yeah.
cuts to them as grown-ups, and it's they grow up into Kevin Bacon, Sean Penn, um,
Yeah.
Tim Robbins, and they've all gone the different directions in life. Sean Penn's a bit of a gangster. Um, Kevin Bacon's a cop, detective. I think he's a detective, but he's a cop. Tim Robbins is just kind of a burnout. At the beginning of the film, you see the child of Tim Robbins get taken into a car. He gets tricked into getting into a car. Um, so I think they say that they have to go and see his dad or something like that. Something's
Yeah.
happened and they have to go. And obviously he gets violently assaulted in the car. And it's sort of like the end of their childhood essentially. Um, but then then it cuts to them all grown up, and Sean Penn's daughter goes missing, presumed dead, and so he's obviously looking for her, through his contacts. And
Yeah.
Kevin Bacon is also he's a cop, so he's on the case as well. And Tim Robbins falls under suspicion because he's very odd. He's been odd all of his life, mainly due to what happened, due to the trauma of what took place.
Yeah.
He's married, I think, and I think he's got kids in it, but he's just an odd guy. He's just a very sketchy kind of odd fella, and yeah, he turns up like he was missing for a long time. You know, there's big gaps in his timeline, and he's got an injury and stuff like that. Anyway, Penn's daughter does turn up dead very early on. Um, she turns up dead, and so all suspicion falls on Tim Robbins because he's like the local freaky guy, you know, the local weirdo, and their childhood, um, their friendship is tested to its absolute limits, and Kevin Bacon's kind of caught in the middle of it all. He's the sort of point of view character essentially because he's trying to hold back his violent lunatic of a friend, but at the same time, can he hold him back? Does he want to hold him back? You know,
Mm-hmm.
um, but does he know that Tim Robbins did it? Does anyone know that Tim Robbins did it? Even though he's very strange, and has a very shady period of time around when it could have happened. The girl going
Yeah.
missing, and that's the premise really. Without spoiling it as always. It's a Clint Eastwood film, so it's got Clint's signature sort of directing style.
Yeah. I like
Very
Eastwood films, I think they're
yeah
good.
yeah, very sort of understated,
Yeah.
very realistic, sort of lots of shot with like a lot of natural light, you know, sort of just out in the streets and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Not really super dependent on like heavy sets and set pieces. Just a very an
Yeah.
actor's film, you know. Um, but it's brilliant. Yeah, it's a really good film. Um, It's kind of like it's got like a bit of a vibe of like Stand By Me or something, but like for grown-ups, like a very adult kind of vibe. Yeah, brilliant film. I don't know how it did. Let's have a little
Oh,
look.
I'll tell you.
Um,
Well, you have a look at that. I'm just thinking about Clint Eastwood films as well. Did you ever see the one? I can't remember what it was called now. With him in where he trained the boxer Million Dollar Baby.
yeah, yeah, that was good.
Yeah, great movie.
Uh-huh.
Great movie. Fucking heartbreaking at the end.
Yeah, it's sad. Yeah, very sad.
But,
Um, I like that other one he did as well, Gran Torino.
I've never seen that one.
Oh, it's
I've never
good.
seen Gran
Yeah,
Torino.
he's just like a miserable old bastard, and he inadvertently ends up becoming friends and kind of like a bit of a protector of I think they like a Korean family that moves in, and he's a Korean War veteran, so he's just like he's not into them being there at all.
Yeah,
He's like a grumpy old shit, racist, doesn't like them. Um, but yeah, he realizes that they just all right people, and I
yeah.
think there's some other like gang types who are harassing them. So he kind of like looks after them a bit. Brilliant, yeah. Gran Torino's a brilliant film. Yeah, again, so it's Clint Eastwood up and down. It's got that kind of understated quietness about it, and that sort of confidence, I
Yeah, I
suppose.
like what Eastwood that he likes to do, or he certainly seems like he likes to do. He likes to do a lot of his filming like on location rather than on set.
Yes, yeah.
So everything's got
Um,
like a real lived-in feel
yeah,
to it.
yeah, yeah. Mystic River's very much like that. All locations. I mean, it's back in a time when I think a lot of things were done on location back then. Um,
Mystic River's done well. I'm just having a look now on
yeah, I
the
was looking at the
thing.
score there. It's got decent scores. Aye.
Yeah,
Um,
7, 9, and 89.
yeah, I just watched it myself a couple of weeks ago. I stuck it on because I remembered it when I was from back in there. 2000.
Okay, I'll go for my next one. I'll go for. Mm, I might as well give Damon another shout out. Good Will Hunting.
Yeah, good film.
Yeah, great movie. Great movie.
Yeah,
I think the standout performance for Robin Williams.
yeah, I was good in it.
Yeah, didn't he win an Oscar for it?
I was just thinking, did he win an Oscar for that? I think he
He
might
might have
have.
won an Oscar for that, but just great, just really heartwarming, really intelligent, really well written. Like for the longest time, I didn't know that it was it was written by Matt Damon and Ben Affleck.
Yeah,
Like I knew it was their first roles, but I didn't know that they'd actually wrote it as well. Like they must have been pretty young at the time. Can you imagine like being like I didn't know
but
what
yeah,
the fuck I
mid
was
twenties or
doing.
something. Yeah,
Like in my early 20s, and they have the nous to write a script like that and get it made and star in
yeah,
it and kickstart their careers for decades. Like it's astounding. And on top of that, they didn't just make a movie that just came out. Like it's a really really fucking good movie. Strong lines of dialogue.
Oh, it's like it's up there. It's like it's one of the yeah modern classics, I suppose.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I
How'd you
would
like
I
the
would
apples?
I would certainly consider it a modern classic anyway.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, absolutely great. There's a great me favorite piece of dialogue in it, and I can't remember it word for word, but when it's near to the end when Affleck's talking to Damon in the car and they're at work and he says, "Oh, do you know like the greatest part of my day, the best part of my day is when I pull up outside your house and I beat me horn, and the best part of my day is the 30 seconds before it comes out the door." Before you come out the door, and he says, "I hope every day that you're not going to come out that door and you're going to
Uh,
do great things."
yeah, he tells him not to like fuck up his life and waste his life hanging
Yeah,
out
it's
with all of
great.
his
It's
dumb
just
mates.
great.
Yeah, yeah, that he has to
It's
embrace
great.
his
It gives him a
his
proper
greatness.
fucking talking to.
Yeah, yeah, I remember the scene. Yeah,
Yeah, and he
because
said, and
they
he's
work in
going like,
construction
"Oh,"
or
he
something,
says,
don't they? They got like jackhammers or something. And,
"Yeah,"
yeah, they work
and he's going
they
like,
work some
"Oh,
dead
what is
end
this
job.
not an honourable trade?" And he says, "Fucking, if you were still coming out that door in 30 years' time, I'll kill you myself." It's just great, great movie, really well made, really inspiring. Like not just as the movie itself, but just as from the way that they wrote it and produced it and got it out into the world. And like I say, Robin Williams is fucking fantastic and very well acted. Rest in peace, Robin Williams.
Aye.
I don't know if he had many serious roles, because he could really fucking act.
He had a few. Yeah, he was good in that 1 hour photo. I don't know if you saw that.
Oh, I've never seen that. I
He was
remember
like
hearing
a
about it, but
yeah,
that's a bit
he
of a
was it's like a stalker. Uh,
yeah.
Worked in a photo processing place, and he's like he fixated on families. He's very creepy. He's like a yeah. Uh,
Patch Adams was very good as well. I mean, it was funny, but it was less of a comedy.
yeah, it wasn't an out and out comedy, was it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was that other one where what was it? It had so and so in Al Pacino. It was like a murder. What
What
the
the
hell
hell?
was it? I think it was like set somewhere cold. I know, brilliant. Insomnia, that was it. Oh, was it a Nolan film? Yes, it was a Christopher Nolan film.
Insomnia is. It sounds
Insomnia,
familiar.
2002. Uh, yeah, Hilary Swank, Robin Williams, Al Pacino, Christopher Nolan. 92 on Rotten Tomatoes.
You know,
Yeah, was a good film, like
loads of movies like that that have just
Popeye.
with with they've been on the list to watch and you forget about them sometimes, or you
Oh
don't have
nah,
time and you don't
I'm
check them
terrible
out.
for it. I've always got to miss at least 10 miles long. Yeah, I mean it's not a serious film. Robin Williams is really good in The Birdcage.
Yeah,
With Nathan Lane, that was a fucking hilarious film. That Mrs. Doubtfire, of course.
Fire. Flubber.
Fuck
Flubber was great.
yeah,
Do you know
Flubber.
which one I really did like? And I don't think it got very well praised at all. Was Bicentennial Man.
I like Bicentennial Man.
I liked it, and I'm
It was
sure it got
really
ripped.
it was really cheesy. Like it was
Yeah,
cheesy as fuck.
completely.
But I enjoyed it. I liked it.
I did.
I liked how
I thought it was great. It was
I
really
liked how it
fucking
like jumped through
heartwarming.
time.
Yeah,
And he was really old. He was like 200 years old or something, wasn't he?
yeah, it was really fucking heartwarming, and I think it got shit on pretty hard, really.
I seem to remember it not doing very well. Aye. Had Oliver Platt in as well. Love Oliver Platt. Watch him in anything.
What was the guy called? I'm gonna look for him now because it was another one of those. Oh, I've seen him before in something. Who did all the upgrades for him to make him a bit more human?
Yeah, it was Oliver Platt. Yeah,
Is that Oliver Platt?
yeah. He's the guy in the crocodile film Lake Placid.
Yes.
He's like the nut job who turns up in the helicopter, the
Yeah.
crocodiles expert.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he fights all the time with the fucking police captain.
Yeah.
Yeah, great film, Lake Placid. Brilliant film.
Christ. Yeah. Well, that's
Um,
my next one. Good Will Hunting.
right. I think I've got one more in the bag.
Go on then. You do one more, then
Um,
I'll do one more.
I've got a couple more actually, but I can't really talk much about them. I'll probably do a couple because I can't really talk much about them
Yeah.
without giving much away because
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
very story intense. One of them is called Incendies. Incendies. I think it's a foreign word. So I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's a Denis film, Denis Villeneuve. Um, so you know it's good. It's
Don't even
about
know who that is.
yeah, fucking come on, man. Denis Villeneuve.
Who's that? I'm
He
looking.
did the new Blade Runner.
Oh, fucking
He's
yes,
done
of course I do, of
fucking
course I do, of course
he's
I do.
done
Yeah, I'm
fucking
just being
everything.
stupid. Like some of my most favorite films of all time.
Yeah,
He's the ones he's done.
yeah, he's done so much. I went a bit blank there.
Yeah,
Yeah, the Dune, Sicario,
June Sicario,
Prisoners.
Prisoners.
He's done
He did
fucking everything.
Arrival, which I really like. Arrival.
Yeah, he's done
Yeah,
everything. You
yeah, of
fucking
course.
beaut. Um, yes, it's about a woman who dies and she leaves instructions for her two children, a man and a woman, because she's like older and she has adult children. Um, she she gives them two letters, one to give to her son who she lost contact with in her youth many years ago when she was young, and a letter for her sons, the father of the two, the brother and sister who we're following in the film. There's a letter for their father and a letter for the son that she had and lost when she was very young, and it's about their quest um, through her mother's life because she had a very violent life in like war zones and stuff, escaping sort of various persecutions and military events. And it's about them uncovering the story of their mother's life that they didn't really no outright, and the various run-ins she had, and it does have it is a film with a bit of a plot twist in it, and it's a beauty. But again, it's another one of them films that's just not really very nice. It's really good. It's fantastic, but it's a tough watch.
Yeah,
There's some quite harrowing scenes in it, and some some tough moments, but very good.
yeah.
Trying to think
Okay.
what else I can say about it. Not
How
really
did it
much.
do on the? Indeed, I don't know how you
in
pronounce that. Like,
Incendies, yeah, I don't know how you pronounce it either. It's Incendies
yeah.
or
I mean,
Sandays.
you're smashing all of the ratings on everything. The ones that you pulled in today, you've got 8.3 IMDb, 91% Rotten Tomatoes, and
Well, I mean, when we're talking about films that we like, Mens, I tend to like films that aren't shit.
that. I don't know, like, 'cause some of the films I like are absolutely shit.
I mean, some things I like are rubbish. I like Flash Gordon. I think that gets universally shit on.
Fucking, that's a good reason to get universally shit on.
I wonder if it does. I want to have a look, actually. Yes, but it's brilliant. Uh, the the sort of the reveal, like the not the reveal, but like the summation and how it wraps up is it's one that like sticks with you. It's a really it's a really good sort of well put together scene or set of scenes where
Yeah,
um various things are revealed from past, sort of the various tragedies of our past. Flash
yeah.
Gordon's an 83 on Rotten
Okay.
Tomatoes. Beauty. Yeah, so that's an excellent film. You're a Denis fan. Get it watched.
Yeah, I'll give it a go. I'll definitely give that one a go. His films are great as well.
Yeah. This is one. I think it's one of. I don't know about one of his early ones in his career, but it was certainly before he made all like the big American stuff.
2010, 2010. That's what.
Yeah.
Put me in
I think
online.
he's gone like I think he's gone into the stratosphere since then
Yeah.
with all
Oh
Dune
yeah.
and stuff. He's doing
Yeah.
the big
Fucking
stuff
hell.
now. Um, and my last one is I think it might be an actual like a Netflix film maybe. It's called Savage, and it's about like a gang. I don't know if they're a biker gang or if they're just a gang, but yeah, it's set in I think New Zealand. So there's I'll double check just in case.
What's it called? Savage.
2019 street gangs, and it follows this one character, and he's like he's an enforcer for this gang called the Savages, and his best friend is the leader, and but there's a lot of political to and fro within the gang, and there's like a violent group within the gang looking to overthrow the leader, his best friend, and because he is the enforcer, he has to make a choice about standing in this group's way, and
Yeah.
essentially and pretty much he knows he's going to have to put his life on the line for his friend running the gang, and his friend's not really doing a very good job of running the gang. He's a bit of a dick. He wastes money. He's just a bit useless. Um, but this main character, the main character, I forget his name. I think it's like Danny, I think, or something like that. He they all have very like dark, traumatic pasts. They've all been hurt. They're in a street gang. So they've had a rough time of it.
Yeah.
And it cuts to their youth. Um, and sort of back and forth again to tell you how they ended up where they ended up, and like their character types that have led to where they are, essentially to one being the boss and one being the enforcer. Um, and he can't make connections with anyone in his life because he's so indoctrinated in the gang life. The gang life is all he's got. Um, he just has violence and the gang, and it's about his reckoning with the fact that he's got to a point now where there's no way out other than dying. Essentially, he's gonna have to put his life on the line for his friend, and
Yeah. To do what he needs to do.
if he doesn't put his life on the line for his friend to keep him in charge, Um, where does he go after that? What's his options after that? Does he leave the gang? He doesn't know how to behave outside of a gang. He's like a wild animal, you know. But yeah, it's just about him, this man who can't really come to terms with much at all, learning to come to terms with things. Um, Brilliant film. Not as violent as you'd expect. It has its moments, but it's not like there's not like big battles and there's not sort of loads of mad shit going on that you think with like a
Yeah,
film about street gangs. It's not as violent as it certainly as it could have been. Um, it's got its moments. Uh, but yeah, brilliant. The main guy, I don't know what he's called. Jake Ryan.
Jake Ryan. Just had a
Danny.
look.
Yeah.
Yeah,
God, he looks different in real life. He's like, yeah, in the film he's tattooed as shit. His face is covered in tattoos and everything.
yeah.
Um, yeah, I don't know if I've seen him in anything else. Anyway, he's brilliant. He plays him so good. Like he plays him so well that you forget that he's a character in a film. He just embodies it. He comes across as so real in this film. Yeah, but there's loads of good turns in it. Tons of good characters in it. Um, yeah, but he's brilliant as the main character. Absolutely brilliant.
That sounds interesting. That one.
Yeah, not a massively tragic film. It has its moments, but yeah, it's not super sad. It's somewhat uplifting
Yeah,
towards the end. Yeah, very really good film, worth a watch.
yeah.
Might not watch it again. It might be one of them where it's not something you do multiple watches of, but it is brilliant. It's really well acted, well written. Yeah, I thought it was great. I absolutely loved it. 6.2 on IMDb. It's not bad for a film with no famous people in on IMDb,
Savage. Yeah, this is true.
because we know what
This is true.
IMDb is like.
Yeah, I've never even heard of it before. Never heard.
Yeah, well, New Zealand film.
All
Yeah,
right, so my last few, I'll run through very quickly. I mean, they're the kind of movies that don't need much explanation behind them anyway. Um, Saving Private Ryan, I'll
yeah,
put in
yeah,
there.
good film.
Great movie. Again, Tom Hanks. It's the other Tom Hanks one I had on the list. Damon as well. Again,
Yeah,
what a
Damon, huh?
prick! He's in fucking
Get
everything.
out.
Did you? I
You
didn't even
fucking love the
realize.
lad. You're gonna marry him.
Yeah, yeah, probably. I would. He's got plenty of cash, ain't
Yeah.
he? Yeah. Brutal, realistic,
Mm.
astounding. It's just very well made. I don't know what the budget was for it at the time, but it must have been fucking immense
Must have
because
been high, yeah.
everything looked ridiculously accurate. I remember reports at the time when it came out of the beach landing scene and vets in the older generation having to walk out the cinema because it was too true to life.
Mm.
But every performance, again, another one where every performance all the way through was just on the nose. Everyone was great. Everybody played the part that they needed to play, and it was just fantastic.
Yeah, that,
Um,
that opening scene, again, modern classic. That opening scene was just like
yeah,
fucking nuts. So intense.
yeah, so
You
intense.
felt like you were there. It wasn't glorious at all. Um,
No,
it was really miserable.
no,
Yeah, like
it
people
was it
carrying
was
their
just
arms
brutal. It
around and
was just
stuff. And
tragic. It was just
yeah, aye, it was uh,
yeah.
it was very miserable.
Every scene was just something else where you were thinking, "Fucking hell, that's the most horrific thing I've seen."
Yeah,
Jesus
yeah,
Christ, no, that's the most horrific thing I've ever
aye,
seen, and it was just haunting. It was just, and then with the thought running through your mind all the time, it's like this: people lived this, people went through it. It's just very, very haunting. I don't know what other word to use for it to describe it. It just plays with your mind. The other one I've got on there is Braveheart.
oh, fucking banger. Why didn't I think of
Banger.
that?
Yeah, great
Braveheart's
movie.
amazing. Yeah, I love
Great
Braveheart.
movie. And I remember hearing about that. I remember hearing about that movie and hearing about the action set pieces before I seen it
Hmm.
and how brutal that movie was. There's one bit where I'm sure he goes in and he's going after one of the lords or something. What's the weapon called? Where it's like a, a spiked ball on a chain,
Oh, the Morning Star. Is it
the
the Morning
Morning
Star?
Star. And he goes in and he wipes out one of the lords with that, and it cuts to his face after he's whacked him. Oh Christ, minging.
Yes, I remember. Yeah, he's on a horse, isn't he? And he like
Yeah,
kicks
he
the
just
door
he
down
just
on a
rides into
horse.
his
Yeah, yeah.
rides into
I
his
remember
room,
that bit. Yeah, because then he
belts him
jumps out
across
the
the
doesn't
head.
he jump out the window
It
on the
just jumps out
horse?
the window.
And like it's obviously like a plastic
Yeah,
horse. Like fuck
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Braveheart's unreal. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
it's
great.
another one of them like event films where it was just all everyone was talking about for a long time. And that bloody oh no. I was thinking of what's it called? I was going to say the Bryan Adams song, but that was from fucking
Oh,
Robin Hood.
it's Prince of Thieves, that.
Yeah, it's close enough. Um, yeah, yeah. I absolutely love Braveheart. That's one of them films where if I turn the telly on, rarely, and it doesn't matter where it is in that film, I'll
Yeah, and
sit and
it's
watch
on.
it.
You
I'll
leave
sit
it
and watch
on.
the rest of it. Yeah,
Yeah,
aye,
yeah, it's great.
it's a fantastic film. Yeah,
I
it's
love the
great.
scene. I'll always remember it. I'll always remember the scene when they're in. Can't remember which of the battles it is, but they're covering behind the shields, and he's
Yeah.
with the Irish guy, and
Oh,
an arrow
Stephen.
head
Yeah.
comes through his shield, and he turns to him and he says, "The Lord said he's going to get me out of this, but he's pretty sure you are fucked."
Yeah. Yeah, he's great, Stephen. It's my island.
Yeah, great, just great movie. And the last one I had, it was completely worlds apart from those last two, but I enjoyed it, and I know it's not 100% accurate, and it tells a story that's probably a lot fabricated a lot, but I really enjoy The Social Network with
I
Jesse
love
Einsberg.
Social Network. Yeah, aye.
Yeah, the
Yeah, I
Facebook
thought that
thing.
was a brilliant film.
I did. Andy Garfield. How Andy Garfield hasn't had a nod for some of the films he's been in, because
Mm.
he's fucking fantastic in it.
He's really good. Yeah, aye.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, I never saw Social Network for ages. Like it took me a long time to watch it, and then I got caught out by the old YouTube showing me little clips of it
yeah,
on the
yeah.
reels, which they do all the time now.
Oh, yeah.
Um, yeah, I saw a couple of clips of it, and I thought, oh, looks all right. I might give that a go. And I stuck it on, and I was fucking hooked. I couldn't look
Oh,
away.
it's great.
Yeah, it was a
It's
brilliant
brilliant.
film. Aye, but
It's
yeah,
great.
Andrew Garfield was great in it. Aye, really good. Um, I mean, they all were. Yeah, the whole film was really well done. But yeah, it was good. It was good. It was interesting seeing all the shady shit that went on. Some of the
Yeah.
scummy tricks that Zuckerberg pulled. Yeah. Was that a Denis film as well?
I don't know who did that actually. Social Network. But it's like that he did it like at the end of the movie when he essentially made Facebook just to impress the girl.
Yeah. Yeah. Aye.
That's a Fincher. David Fincher. Yeah.
Yeah.
Screenplay by Aaron Sorkin.
Yeah. I loved Social Network. Yeah, I thought it was brilliant. Took me a long time to get onto it, but yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. I really like Army. I was pronouncing his name wrong. Army Hammers rolling as well as the twins.
Oh, he's a twin. Yeah, he's a sports guy, isn't he? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they sue him, don't they? They came up with it first or something. Or they try and claim they did. Yeah. Um, Speaking of Garfield as well, he was in that Silence. Did you watch that? About
No.
The Christians in Japan.
No. No.
Um, uh, Andrew Garfield and what's his name, Adam Driver,
Oh yeah.
are a couple of priests, and the Vatican sends them to Japan to look for a priest who went there and has gone missing. He's completely vanished off the face of the earth because he's sending Christian missionaries to Japan, but Japan wants nothing to do with Christianity.
Yeah.
They're quite sort of quite irreligious at the time. They're very resistant to any kind of religious um, attempts to get in there, and so they want to know what's happened to their like the predecessor, who is Liam Neeson. He was the predecessor of them. So they go to Japan to find out what happened, and they get separated, and Garfield gets captured by I think he's like a lord, like a lord of an area, like a feudal sort of lord of a district of Japan. I don't know. Um, and he tries to break him out of his Christianity. Um, but he tries to cling on to his faith
Yeah.
throughout the whole thing. Really good film. Again, sort of quite quiet and understated. Not really a great deal of action, like not much going on,
Yeah.
but just really well acted. Good story. Um, I want to say it was a Scorsese film, but I don't know. Let's have a look. Yeah, it was Scorsese. Yeah. Yes, brilliant film.
Yeah.
Quite long, I
Did
think.
you?
Yeah, 2 hours 40 minutes. So yeah, but a good one. Good one to sit and get into.
Yeah. Did you ever see the one Hacksaw Ridge with Garfield in? That's another great movie, another great performance by him. Like
Yeah,
where he just
I heard it
he's
was
the
good. Like,
guy.
yeah,
Yeah, he's the guy that just refuses to carry any kind of firearm or weapon, and he gets is
yeah, he's a
drafted up. Is
pacifist,
that
isn't
the
he?
right word? Or
Hmm?
enlisted? Or
Yeah, he gets drafted, doesn't he? And
yeah, he gets
he's
drafted,
a
and he's
medic.
just
Aye,
he has to go up against the courts and say, "Look, I won't. I'm not going to carry a gun. Like you can send me out there, but I'm not going to carry a gun." And he ends up saving loads of lives, just shuttling backwards and forwards up
yeah,
this
he's.
ridge. To
I remember that. Yeah, I remember seeing like the story about it because it was a true story, wasn't it?
yeah,
Um,
another
yeah,
great movie.
that's a Mel Gibson film. I didn't know Mel did it. Um, you know it's going to be a good film if Mel Gibson's done it. The man can make a banger of a film.
yeah, yeah, but Garfield's class. I love him in most things he's done. I haven't seen a great deal of movies from him, but everything I have seen, I've loved him in.
Yeah, he always puts a good turn in.
And that's it. That was our dramas and biopics. Oh, you've seen Superman now. So let's have this is Paul's rating for Superman out of 10.
I'm going to be generous and go 8.
That's good.
I would have. I don't know. I'm on the fence about it a little bit. It
Yeah,
is a good film. Uh, However, I want to see where they go with it next.
yeah,
For me,
yeah.
it's just teetering on the edge, and I think the next film is going to make it or break it. Or
I
not so
don't
much the
know.
next film, but I think the direction they go in is going to make it or break it. I think it will condemn it to either being a lucky shot or something good. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, I'd give you that. It could go because it could very well just be a flash in the pan.
yeah, aye,
Yeah. What
because
very quickly? I don't wanna bang on about it too much. But very quickly, what were like kind of your highest point and your lowest point from it? What would you say? What was your favorite bit about it, and what was the bit that you disliked probably the most about it? I mean, not necessarily the same, just like your favorite aspect of it, really.
some of the shots were really good with the music and stuff. I think they got like there was some moments where they got a really good tone going,
Yeah,
like the bit where everything's all falling to shit, and he like catches the building and he holds the building up while the woman's
yeah. So
driving
the
away,
last car can
and
get
then
across the
like
bridge.
and then like
Oh,
he lifts out the smoke while the music's playing while she's
that
looking in
was
the mirror.
great.
That's a great
That
scene.
was
That
great. I
that was
wanted to
like
fucking cheer and applause at that. It
yeah,
was
that was
fantastic.
like he nailed the imagery and the tone perfectly with that. Like he
Yeah.
didn't zoom into his face.
No,
Um,
left it just
it
as the
just
figure
left
in
him
the
just hold,
distance.
just like hovering there. Yeah, that was like it was a good shot when the music was like the music peaked, it crescendoed right there. That was like a good sort of like, oh, they get it, like it's like this
Yes,
is
yeah.
like this is the vibe. Um, However, which leads me to saying a close up on his face. It leads me to one thing that I didn't like. There's a lot of fucking face close ups in it, and I watched it again, and I noticed it even more. I was like, why is every shot like interspersed with a cut on like directly? The camera is right in someone's face. It's really off-putting. Um, some very sketchy like shots. Not camera work. I wouldn't say bad camera work, but like the bit where the fucking hawk girl is chasing the guy through the president guy, the bad guy,
But yeah, and it goes really
and
tight
it
off
goes
face as she's
right on her
screaming.
face, and like the camera's going like around her face while she's screaming, and I was like, "What the hell is this?" It was just bizarre, and I've seen like memes online of it's like taking the piss out of it, of like the gifs of it saying it's like, and the bit there's bits where the bit where he's flying really fast to go and find crypto, and it does that weird camera thing where like it almost
It
looks like
goes around his
stop
body.
motion, like it goes
Yeah.
around his body, and then like it's just a very odd, yeah,
See, my favorite, and I like the effect of it better, was the other side of that bit when he's going looking for crypto. So that bit there with a funny zoom on him is when he's going to the fortress to look for crypto, and then you see him look about in there, and he sees Carlex, and he whistles, and then the next scene is where it cuts to where he's busting into Lex's office, but you just get a really wide shot of that, and it's the city, and then he smashes through. You see him smash through the window
yeah.
on
I
the
like
side of
that
the
he
building.
like came in from the side and
Yeah,
he curved round and then went into the
went
window and
in. That
the
looked
glass
better.
blew
That
out.
looked better
That
than
was
the fight
brilliant.
before.
Yeah, that
It
was a
was
good shot.
great.
And the bit where at the beginning, I, I didn't like the shot where he got healed up and then he was like flying and the camera was like right in his face as he was
Yeah.
flying. because he did that same shot in Guardians of the Galaxy with Adam Warlock, where the camera was like right there.
It's a
It's
funny
like a
angle, isn't it?
weird shot.
It's just it's a very wide angle lens, isn't it? And it just pulls, it distorts
Yeah, like it makes the
your
face look
face.
fucking massive and like yeah. And I didn't I thought that was really weird. But then the shot where Lex is in the building and you see him zoom past really quick,
That was
and
great.
Lex says he's back, and it was like,
Yeah.
yeah, like that looked cool. So it was just very odd. Some shots looked fucking tremendous, and some of them looked really weird. It was like, yeah, um,
One of my favorite shots, and I talked about it when I did my review on a couple episodes ago, whenever it was I was saying when he's fighting the kaiju, and the
mm,
flames goes into the office behind, and then it cuts to the office perspective, and he turns and he looks into the office, and he's going to use all right, he's okay, and he's just hovering outside the window. That's great. That shot, I love that shot.
um, what else was there? I wasn't keen on the ending bit with the flying soldier guys.
Yeah,
Um,
it seemed a
where
bit
they came in and he just like flew through them, spun around with his lasers, and then they were all done. It was a
done.
bit. It was just a bit weird. Like it seemed very. And I get it was to show that he was. I'm guessing it was to show that he was like very powerful. But I don't know. I just think there'd be better ways to show it. Um, it was really. It was. I don't know. It just looked a bit. Didn't look cheap, but it was like they'd ran out of ideas. Just like wrap it up sort of thing. Um, Andy's fight with Ultraman. Um, or in fact, all of the like fight/action scenes, they seemed very like bitty. Like you never got like into an action scene for very long. There was always some kind of pause where they would stop and maybe have a little talk. They would say something, or
A
something
bit
would
of
happen where
dialogue
they
and
would
then
like
fast few hits.
one would throw the other one somewhere, and then they would like stand up and have a little standy face off sort of thing. The fights never sustained for more than like a few seconds. They were like pausey. There were lots of like little breaks and pauses and stuff like that. And I guess that's I suppose that's how comic books work.
Yeah,
They're always pausing for a monologue, but it never had that feeling of like a really sustained like action scene. It all felt very bitty and paused.
yeah. I mean, I guess it says a lot about it, and it doesn't affect my rating of it, and it didn't pull me out of it at all. But I guess it says a lot that the best action scene in it, I think, is Mister Terrific's fight when he's
Yeah, I
fighting around the
um
bubble.
yeah, that was a cool scene. Yeah. Um, yeah, I just wanted to see more Superman-y stuff, really.
Yeah,
Um, I liked the bit where the kaiju monster was attacking, and it was like smashing everything, and Superman was just going around doing odd jobs. Like
yeah,
he's
like
like, yeah,
rescuing the
like he was
squirrel
just
and
like,
putting the
yeah, he
squirrel out the
caught the
way.
squirrel and he caught the
Yeah,
girl and stuff. Yeah. Um, yeah, and he like stopped it from stepping on people and stuff like that. That was cool. Like how he was
yeah,
doing
and
stuff. It
they're
wasn't
like
just he
the
wasn't just
justice
bopping it
gang is
on the head.
screaming like, "Oh, stab it in the eye," and he's going, "Come on, guys, don't
Yeah,
be."
yeah, aye. Um, yeah, but yeah, it was a good film.
Yeah,
Yeah, there was just some stuff that like I just thought, why have you done that?
I
Yeah,
love it. I've
but
been
then what do I
praising it
know?
like something mad, but I mean, obviously, I put up a lot of the clips from when we chatted about it before, and a lot of the comments that I'm getting it seems to be quite divided. Not in terms of equal amounts, but there's a lot of people either really love it or they really don't love it.
Yeah, it does seem to be a lot of people that seem to be a bit annoyed by it. I don't know if it's the Snyder fans. I'm by no means a worshipper of the Zack Snyder films.
No,
Uh, I like Man of Steel, but that's all. I liked it. I didn't love it. I didn't think it was the best film ever, or anything like that. And I liked Henry Cavill as Superman, but I'm not going to die on that hill. I couldn't give a shit who plays Superman
no.
really. Um, the new guy was good. The new guy was decent as Superman. Uh,
Yeah, I thought Current Sweat was great. Great. I think he can do both the Clark and the Superman very well.
uh, I honestly can't remember because he didn't do much Clark in it. I think there's only
No,
one scene where he was
well,
Clark.
the bit that stands out to me is the scene when you see him first go into the Daily Planet as Clark. That was really good. I think.
Yeah, not a bad film. I didn't dislike it. It was quite
All right
enjoyable.
then.
Some odd stuff. I mean, this is just nonsense, nitpicky stuff. All of it is really because
Yeah.
it is a great film. Yeah, and I'd like to have had a bit more Superman music. The Superman theme. I really like the new theme they
It's
did
really
for it.
fucking good as well, isn't it?
I mean, the original Superman theme is it's just an all timer. It's fucking incredible. And you know I love a score. I just wish he'd added a bit more. I'd have liked to have seen the end bit play the very end as it cut the credits.
Yeah, play the score
Play
rather
the
than the
theme
song.
while he was looking at the videos of his dad or his mum
I
and
like
dad.
that. I like the song that they use, but I don't like. They probably could have cut it off and then went to the score to finish up. Do you know what I mean?
I just like I like scores. You know, I like a score. I thought that would have just finished it off nicely as like he's like a proper hero now. You know,
Yeah.
he's faced his toughest challenge, and he's a proper hero. And I think I said it to you in the group chat. I didn't like how he's what's Supergirl. I didn't like how she called him a bitch. I thought that was I
I
thought that
thought
was
that was great.
I thought that
I
was
thought
really
you would have
rough.
liked that.
Like if she called him nerd, I'd have understood that because he is a bit of
Yeah.
a goody two shoes. Like he's like a good boy, you
Yeah.
know. But she called him a bitch and seemed really rude.
Yeah. I like that.
Because I mean, you can say many things about him in it. He is a bit of a nerd. Like he doesn't swear, and he's like,
Yeah.
you know, he saves fucking squirrels, you know, and stuff like that. So he's a bit of a nerd, but I wouldn't call him a bitch. Like he's just saved the world essentially. um, yeah, I just thought that was a bit. I thought that was a little bit
A bit
much. Less.
harsh.
Yeah, it's a bit harsh.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Superman, you fucking pussy.
yeah. Uh,
Yeah.
just calling her a bitch after she'd like not been there for the whole, you know,
Yeah.
Earth splitting in half
Just
thing.
away getting pissed.
Yeah. Um, yeah. And I like the what is the fella who could change into stuff into kryptonite and stuff. I don't know the superhero
Oh,
names. I'll check with all
Metamorpho.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I liked him. I
Yeah.
thought he was
He
all
was
right.
great.
Yeah,
He was great.
he was funny.
What did you think? Because this is one of the scenes I didn't think that you liked too much, just with it being so CGI heavy. Do you know when they're in the pocket dimension and he falls into like the river,
Or in the
so to
river
speak?
of weird Tetris
Yeah,
stuff. Yeah. Yeah. It didn't really it didn't do much for me. I get why they did it, you know, they needed a peril thing with the baby
yeah.
and stuff like that. But I was having flashbacks of the Lord of the Rings where they're in the barrels in the river.
Oh my god, that's
Um,
painful. That
and
I'm
I
glad
know he
I
was
haven't.
like, he was a bit weakened because
Yeah,
he hadn't had the sun and the kryptonite and stuff like that. Uh, but yeah, he was getting bashed on the heads by like just them dickheads. And I
yeah.
think, you know, like at one point he like eye lasered one of them and he like shot off into fucking miles away. I was like,
Yeah.
just do that again.
Just do it again.
It was a lot of like not wasting time, but it felt a little bit fillery, you know,
Yeah,
a bit of mild peril in the middle. Um, yeah, and I was a bit confused by how he got out of the black hole just by using his super breath. That seemed a bit, I don't know, I didn't know his super breath was that powerful, but they had to do it somehow.
yeah,
Um, yeah, it was an odd one. The of all the action scenes in it, I think that was probably the weakest one.
yeah,
Or at least,
yeah.
not
I'd give you that. I didn't mind it. I didn't
like
dislike it.
weakest. And I'm not saying it was bad, but
Yeah, but in
weakest in the
comparison to
sense of
some of the
like
others,
it. Yeah, like it didn't have. It felt a bit sort of a little bit half baked. Like it was just like, oh, just do the super breath, that'll do. You know.
the
Um,
kaiju battle was great. I thought I like it when it stamped him into the deck, and then you just seeing the rumbling under the
I
deck and
did
him
dug out.
popping
Yeah,
out.
that was very comic
Yeah, that
booky.
was
That yeah.
class. All right then. Okay. So not bad. Not the best, but not bad. You can decide for next week now, then, Lawson. So we've done martial arts, we've done drama and biopics. So the other ones that we've got on the list to run through, you've got either 80s, 90s, noughties, superhero movies, or animated movies.
Let's do superheroes. Get it out the way.
Get it out the way. All right, though. So that'll be next week. Um, Again, thanks for listening, guys. And be sure to like, follow, subscribe, all that good shit. Um, Oh, we recently passed 1,000 followers on TikTok as well, which is a bit of a
Yeah.
landmark. So thank you to everybody who follows us on there. Um, Share everything you see, really. It's good for us. We want to get out. We want to build a good community, and I think there's a lot of regular faces, so to speak, that keep commenting and reposting and liking the reels that we've got that are out and about, and the episodes that we've got that are out and about. So a big thank you again, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.